Eugen's trying to fix his microphone, it sounds like. Yeah. So how does this sound? Did you get a new microphone or something? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Gavin, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Eugen? Eugen? What the heck is going on? Very strange. Very strange. The professionalism of this casting is going downhill fast.
Oh, man.
How about now? Is it working right now? How's this sound, people? Eugen, you wanna?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, I can hear you now.
All right. Let's see what Hazel thinks about this.
All right.
I think he was right though. I think I wasn't turning up XSplit. Let's see if this works.
All right. I'm also trying yelling into my microphone right now.
Okay, let's go. We're good to go.
All right, let's do this. Slight delay on the game, but
Jeez.
got it all figured out. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Hey, if you're not willing to wait for something amazing like this, an amazing game like this, it's not worth it. I think this game's gonna be awesome. Totally worth the wait.
It's gonna be great. You know, we just gotta tease it a little bit. You know, it's like that the main stage concert. You know, they always wait that extra 20 minutes. Make sure that the crowds are ready for it.
Yeah, I just got a little foreplay. Just gotta tease you, get you ready.
All right, so some reminders for this split. We have changed the format, so this is now a best of 3 rather than a best of 2 point system we had earlier.
Yes, exactly. So best of 3 games really gives you the opportunity to see really which team dominated, at least 1-for-1 splits. Right away, just quick bans out of both sides.
Looks like they've done their research. They know exactly what they want. Looks like the Carbonic is banning out CLG the Worm God, and that Zac is definitely directed toward that Blue Dream Fiend.
Yeah. And then you've got Lee Sin ban out for TCG. They're looking at taking that away from the Thirst, who I assume is going to be. He's best in Lee Sin in the jungle. Looks like their third pick's giving them a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So they're talking that one over.
Definitely see where the targets are light on both teams. X Carbonic focusing on that mid lane ban, and TCG focusing on that jungle ban.
Mm-hmm.
Two jungle bans.
Alright. And then an Elise ban out for the Thirst as well.
Looks like they're gonna try and put him on edge. Get that team captain on something he's not comfortable on, and I'm curious to see what he's gonna pull out. I'm maybe looking to see that Jarvan.
Yeah, Jarvan's going to be a good pick. Devilish, I haven't seen him on Yasuo. I assume that might be a trade maybe from mid lane. I know he's a good Renekton player, so we might see that come back to him. Might be a Yasuo mid lane,
Yeah,
or it could be a top lane as well.
he's been very popular in the mid lane in a lot of the LCS and in Korea as well. So I've not seen Zeminar 90 play very much, so I could definitely see him playing that Yasuo, and I wonder if they're gonna try and form comp around that.
Mm-hmm. So we did see Calvini kind of hover over Gragas there. I know that's a comfort pick for CLG, the Worm God. I don't. I also Thresh, of course, is a Calvini comfort pick. So I think he'd be fairly comfortable if he picked that one. But Hazel again, we talked about this last split. Hazel, Treefy, um, those Diamond 1 players, their champion pool is humongous.
So if you have the Gragas coming out on the TCG side, I wonder if that's going to be a jungle pick because I don't know how wise playing a Gragas is against the Yasuo in mid lane. Yasuo's wind wall definitely negating just about every single one of Gragas' spells.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think maybe CLG the Worm God thinks he's got this. He's read something else in the cards. But if that is a Ziggs pick from mid lane as well, Ziggs Gragas is not too favorable a matchup either. Ziggs can really just poke Gragas down, really make him suffer for CS early game.
Yeah, I'm they're looking like they're gonna switch to a Vi pick here.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna try and fake us out here.
So that's an incredibly good pick in my opinion. With Vi and Yasuo, if she hits that assault and battery on him, Yasuo can just jump right on immediately and just lay a lot of damage on him.
Mm-hmm. And especially if you can lay an assault and battery down throughout their whole team. That's a knockup for everyone. That really just allows Yasuo to pick on whoever he wants.
Yes, agree. And it looks like Zeminar 90 is the one who picked Vi, so I'm assuming he's not going to be playing that Ziggs mid lane. Just simply based off of picking order here. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to try something new and go for a Ziggs top lane, perhaps?
Yeah, if there's a little cheese going on, I'm okay with it.
Well, they might be taking a page out of Soaz's book here. He's very known for loving that double AP and picking a lot of AP mid laners in the top lane. Lissandra, LeBlanc. This could be just another extension off of that.
So there's looks like it's going to be downhill on a Lucian, which is again a good comfortable pick for him. I like that pick. I like that pick with Thresh. That's a lot of power. Get one hook, get a couple harass downs, and that's a lot of health down out of bot lane.
Yeah, this is a very good team so far for TCG. It looks like they're getting just about everything they wanted so far. Very strong picks, and especially on both sides right now, both very contested picks in the LCS and in solo queue as well.
So here I've got a little bit of breaking news out of the Thirst. He messaged me and said that Ziggs is actually supposed to be Renekton.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so they're going to be re-picking right after this, keeping all the same picks, but just assuming that Ziggs is Renekton. They didn't realize that Alex does not have him. Roxa does not have Renekton in his champion pool.
I see. So that would make a lot more sense. Unfortunately, no Ziggs top lane, but
yeah, I was thinking maybe Ziggs support or something, some cheese like that. That would have been fun.
Would have been fun to see. Well, looking at this bot lane here, we got the Sivir Leona, and that's a lot of power. All right, there's the last one out. Looks like the last pick there was a Kale.
Oh man.
Alright,
let's get this game back in motion again.
All right. So now I think our lanes will be looking to be a Yasuo versus a Kale, which is an excellent pick, excellent counter, and we have Renekton, and oh man, I'm forgetting already.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Renekton.
I
No
forget who
idea.
goes top lane. I feel really bad now. The bot lane, however,
Oh,
will.
Shyvana, right?
Oh
Or
yeah,
no, was
Shyvana.
that jungle?
Their jungle would be
Or was it Kale?
Oh wow, this is Let's
I
just
guess
wait.
we'll find out.
Yeah,
And here we go. We've got no wondering, no guessing about who's got these picks.
so we do have this Gragas jungle going on
Yeah,
now. So we will be Shyvana top lane.
Gragas jungle. We have seen a lot of that in real LCS lately. Um, I'm not sure exactly what the win rate for that is, to be honest.
It's not great, but it's not a bad pick, honestly. Especially with the new Spirit Stone changes. Gragas
Exactly.
has been
Yeah.
very, very strong as of late. His barrels just do a lot of damage, and he can just sustain very well through that jungle.
I agree. And his ganks, if he can lay down some ganks early on, his ganks can start being very scary with his ultimate, big, huge displacement. Um, but then again, you can look at Blue Side's team, and they do have some counters that I like this Sivir and Yasuo wind wall. So they
Yeah,
can hopefully try and outposition, try and negate some of the damage coming out of Gragas.
yeah. On the X Carbonic team, we definitely have a lot of just hardcore engage, single target meltdown. We've got Leona, Vi, Yasuo, Renekton's huge front line to just
Yeah.
go in and try and take someone out.
Yeah, and it reminds me of I think it was comp that Curse ran a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a Vi and Severe and Leona, and basically once you get the speed buff from On the Hunt, Vi can track down anyone, and once she tracks them down in ults, then Leona's got the ult on top of that, and it's basically an instant pick. So I can see X Carbonic looking for a lot of picks looking for a lot of picks in this game.
Yeah, that's basically unavoidable unless they manage to catch this Vi out.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what's going to be the main point of attraction here, I believe, will be how Purple Team decides to respond to that. They've got large amount of dispersion here. They got the Kale ultimate, they got Shyvana ultimate, a Gragas ultimate, and Thresh box. A lot of things just to knock people around silly. So
Right.
I'm really excited to see how they respond to this this surefire engage that X Carbonic has.
It's interesting. Lucian is his dash removes slows, correct?
Yes.
But there's not necessarily a lot of slows coming out of Blue Side, so just a lot of hard stuns. So maybe if the Leona ult misses, you can try and dash out of that. You can try and dash out of some skill shots or out of range, but not necessarily the counter to some of these slows. Like it wouldn't counter the Kale slow. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
can't exactly get away from that. It's easy. And yeah, I do want to point out, look at the band champions for Purple Side for TCG, showing some team spirit. Tarek, Cassiopeia, Gangplank, and while we were in lobby, did notice that 4 of their emblems were the Poros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do have team unity going on. They do have that going for them.
Team unity.
Team unity, all about TCG, except for CLG, the Worm God. He's got the CLG banner.
Well, yes, he's got to rep the CLG.
It's officially CLG homeboy.
He's not playing today in the LCS, so we gotta
that's right.
support his team.
Yes, exactly. So,
what do you think is going to be the lane or matchup to watch over here? Assuming there are no lane swaps.
I like mid lane.
Mid lane?
Yeah.
It's Yasuo Kale.
Yeah, Kale just does tremendous amounts of damage. And Yasuo, I think, from my experience with him, until he gets a little bit of critical strike chance, he's not going to be as scary as Kale is. But then see if there can be some outplays with Windwall as well. I think that's be a good lane to match. I think Shyvana, Renekton, of course, just going to be a thug fest.
Uh-huh.
People hitting each other back and forth. Bot lane matchup, just high damage out of both of them.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this bot lane matchup personally. I think there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Calvini here, that Thresh, because with well-timed plays, you can actually disrupt a Leona Zenith Blade or
That's correct.
a Vi Q, a Vi Pulse Breaker, and if he can make those clutch plays like Special does, then that'll be some big moves to save his team from hardcore engages.
And it does sound like, yeah, there are opportunities for outplays, which is what I'm looking forward to. My league is not starting.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh, the game hasn't quite started yet. Getting that fixed at all?
Yeah, I'll boot it up here, see what's going on.
All right. Well, at the moment, we got 2 skins here for Carbonic and 3 skins here from TCG. Armored Bear bringing you the relevant news.
So TCG is winning the skin war, or Carbonic?
Yeah. TCG would be.
Oh, right on.
Got that Judgment Kale, that Vandal Gragas, that Championship Thresh.
Vandal Gragas, I think, is one of the best skins in the game. Not just because I have it personally, but because it is the best. I just know it to be good.
I'm a little sad to not see any skins for Sivir, Vi, or Leona. Those are some of my favorite skins. Let's see.
Alright, I'm restarting the client here. I think a little bit of my computer got messed up. The power shut off a little bit earlier, so
I see.
Things are a little funky.
Well, hopefully it gets back up there. The game is about to load for me.
Right on.
Actually, only 2 people on TCG have the Poros.
Oh, really? They must have changed them.
Yeah.
Oh, they had 4. It was 4 of them earlier.
I think that's a big throw for them. Looks like there's a pause right away, so you're not missing too much here.
Excellent.
It appears that Downhill is having some issues. Has,
maybe the same issues as me.
I don't know. Oh, he's still in the lobby. Looks like they're unpausing the game now. All right, here comes the game. So the thirst for getting to buy his trinket has to go run back and go get that.
Classic thirst.
But overall, it looks pretty standard items for most. Doran's shields and supports and top laners, and Doran's for just about everybody except for the junglers with those rocking those machetes.
Excellent. I'm looking to see the shot caller for TCG. Hazel, correct? Hazel maybe have the advantage this game. I think TCG might take this game just based on some shot calls. I know both teams are just about equally skilled, I'd say.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this works because Hazel was the shot caller and formerly was in the mid lane. And
right.
When you're in an island in the top lane, it's not so easy to make those calls.
I agree. It might be CLG the Worm God doing that this time.
So both teams with a very defensive start, just hiding these very close bushes. Are you loaded in yet?
No, I'm in the loading screen, but everyone's at 100%. It should be any moment now.
I see. Yeah, so we have the blue team, Carbonic. They're just hiding in their own tribe bush, just waiting to see if anyone was coming for an invade. And TCG actually hiding in their very close bush to their second tier mid tower. But it looks like no engages are coming. War dropped at their own blue buffs, and looks like Carbonic might go for a blue invade here actually.
Yeah, I see that. They're swinging around. There's no one's gonna see them, but there will be a ward that spots them out.
That is warded, so Carbonic is going, or TCG is going to know that they are taking their blue buff right now. No response for it though.
Yeah, and they've got a nice, smart ward planted at their blue buff as well for if their jungle, Gragas, tries to go over and take that one as well.
Yeah, it's a very smart move by Carbonic here, as Gragas jungle is very difficult to do without that blue buff. And it's been very common in the LCS as of late to level 2 gank going down bot lane.
I like it. Little season 2 here.
No, she does not hit the vault breaker after the flash. Downhill very low. It's gonna pop the barrier, and you're gonna get away with that, but losing a lot of summoner spells for it.
Yeah, it's Downhill also held on to the flash that whole fight there, so that's some good gutsy moves out of him. But he is going to have to recall, so that's going to be a lot of experience and some gold missed out for Lucian. Vi, she did flash in order to miss the vault breaker, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah, if he hit that, that'd be a surefire kill there.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. But yeah, blue team's going to have a lot of control this game in bot lane after that. That was a conscious decision, I think, to try and get an advantage early.
Yeah. So Gragas actually manages to steal away the blue buff with the help of Worm God. He's coming for a top game.
Yeah, he's setting top lane.
Devilish is pretty pushed out here. He does get the slice and he gets the dice, but a lot of damage coming out. He has to burn the flash, and they're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. And Devilish is in a hard place now. Looks like bot lane is going exactly how we planned it. Sears at level 2, they're trying to bully them around.
Yeah, they're definitely taking advantage of that early fight they had, as Heroxo has a 1 level advantage with over Downhill. I would have really liked to see Carbonic try and contest that blue buff that they had that they've stolen away from TCG. Yeah, from TCG, because Gragas has a really hard time without that blue buff. And we got Vi coming in for a dive at the back.
And that's first blood, yeah.
But that's first blood. No.
That's an excellent dive out of the Thirst. We didn't even see that one coming. And of course, neither did TCG. There you go, the Thirst establishing some rhythm this game, establishing some early dominance. And he and Gragas are going to tussle.
There's a little skirmish going down here, but looks like he's going to back way down. Yeah, it looks like you can definitely see his focus here in this game is going to snowball in that bot lane and that Leona.
Yep. And even though they had a little bit of that, they had that nice Gragas gank earlier up to top lane. Hazel is getting bullied health-wise around, but he is winning out in farm here. And their Renekton's doing some lane bullying. That's exactly how I should be playing. He's going to hold on to his Ignite, though.
Yeah, one interesting thing I see here is Hazel is maxing that Flame Breath, which is something new as of the last patch because of that nerf to Burnout.
And the Flame Breath is those little Qs, right?
They're the little the shots of fire like that.
Yeah.
Farming.
And that does like a % health based damage, right?
Yeah, it does 2% of their max health.
There you go.
On hit. Vi coming up top lane, but looks like she's just there to push the wave as they're both gonna go back. So bot lane looks very in control now. Although, despite that advantage they have of first blood, they're not exactly engaging immediately with that Leona. Opting for that ruby crystal instead of a gold income item. So I wonder if that's going to, actually Thresh is right up there in the same amount of gold with Leona just because he has that gold income item.
That's correct. And then we can move on to focus on this mid lane here. Excuse me.
Everything good over there?
Yeah, just stream is a little bit laggy because
got an engagement down the bot lane. Domination's gonna use his Zenith Blade on Calvini, but they're just gonna back off.
Yeah, they're gonna back off. Definitely, Carbonic's been trying to establish a lot of presence this game, and they have for the most part.
Starting dragon here, very early dragon, 6 minutes 14 seconds.
Yeah, I like this call out of them. I don't think Gragas is gonna be there in time to steal this away. He's gonna need vision to try and smite steal that, or at least get it with a Q, and that's not a chance for them. There's a nice early dragon, some early lead.
Onto this, Thirst is being ignited. He's gonna go down. Blue Dream is level. He's gonna get intervention, and the Thresh Lander's gonna get him away. CLG the Worm God is now by himself though. Can Calvini save him? With some dodge. Oh, but Heroic flashes and he gets that kill on the Worm God. So far, it's a 1-for-1 right now. Downhill coming on the side. Nice dodge on the Ricochet.
Yeah, this is a fight that TCG wants all of right now. See if Calvini can get a hook here on someone. They're going to have to back away.
That was a really good fight for TCG. They are at a disadvantage because they did lose that dragon, but they did manage to kill Thirst and get that kill onto the CLG the Worm God. Get him going.
Mm-hmm. And any kills on the CLG the Worm God is going to be a scary thing. A fed Kale is not a pleasant sight. Yasuo is winning lane by about 16 in farm. And, you know, that's probably what you're about to expect with that kind of matchup. But I think if you want to go back to the Thirst death, I don't think that death was absolutely necessary. I think that was a little bit of the Thirst being himself as usual, being a little too aggressive. It was a really nice dragon call, but I think he overstayed it a little bit, and it went poorly for his team.
Yeah, X Carbonic playing extremely aggressive this game.
Yeah, and there we go. X Carbonic. Hazel is going to have to go ahead and try and back out there. Blue Dream Fiending's there to take down the Thirst. He's going to miss his ult.
Thirst is ignited. He might just go down here. Oh, but the passive gets him. Oh, buys him a few more seconds. He's still going to go down. Devilish is chasing Blue Dream, but he's not going to get him. The burnout is not going to be enough for Devilish, but that is going to be a good equalizing kill for a 2v2 there.
Yeah, there's a great equalizing kill, but also interested to see why the Thirst, he saved his ult, so look for that to be hit onto for a gank later.
He might have just been out of mana for that. Not sure if he had enough mana, because that would have been a very big thing, especially to take down that Gragas. Fight down in the bot lane. The initiation from Domo and Hiroxo is just too much for this Thresh Lucian, and they managed to take down Thresh, but very low now.
Yep, best Leona world. That is actually the title granted to Domination is best Leona UO. You haven't had a best Leona competition, but he's the only person who's laid title to that claim. Or they claimed that title. Excuse me.
He's gonna flash away from the solar flare. Excellent move. He's gonna move away from the solar flare. Thirst is now caught out. Blue Dream's gonna leave him to it, and is Downhill gonna get this kill? Oh, managed the Vault Breaker away from the
Calvini. That sentence misses.
Thirst might get away from this because Blue Dream wanted to give that kill over to Lucian.
That's a misplay. There's Calvini flash.
Oh,
and the flay. Too late.
Unfortunate. That was a guaranteed kill for them.
It's too bad. That's a little bit of miscommunication, or maybe communication that just wasn't correct.
Always want to make sure you secure those kills.
Yep. That's why I tell them. I'm going to play Leona and take all the kills.
Yeah. Well, I can, they got a Thresh Lucian bot lane down here, so, I mean, you can probably just feel the tension as to why they're not working so well.
Yeah, and I'm also not... Yeah, that's correct. Got to get that lore in there. Nice reference.
Oh, yeah. Thirst might go down to this white here. He goes down.
Oh, classic. He's just looking for a quick recall right there.
Oh, that is embarrassing. But gold doesn't go to anybody, so just maybe a fast way back to base.
Wow, that was pretty embarrassing.
All right, Leona coming in. He's going to engage on Downhill. Full combo going down. Looks like he's going to get away, but that's a lot of free damage. And
yeah.
Hook does miss.
They've got certain control of this lane at that point. Severe's up 1 kill, 2 assists, and up about 10 CS. And they just can't handle with the burst of Severe Leona right now.
Yeah,
I was interested in the gank that Thirst had earlier down bottom. Is Leona ulted immediately before the ult for the Vi went down. And I was interested about that because I would have liked to see.
Yeah, there's Seminar taking down CLG the Worm God in mid lane. I'm sorry I missed that one, but oh, there might have been a disconnect.
Oh, that's pretty BM.
That is pretty BM.
That's pretty BM. I was just gonna say that the Vi gank down bottom lane was was a rough one because Leona ulted before Vi had really gotten his ult off, so they weren't really sure where um, Lucian was going to end up. And so if the Leona ult just ended up missing everything and put Vi in that really scary situation, sandwich between Blue Dream Fiending and Downhill. And so I would have liked to see the Leona ult saved for a little bit until we see exactly where the Thirst Ultimate's going to end up and try to stack that CC right on top of each other, and that would have been a nice clean kill in bot lane.
Yeah, it looks like X Carbonic isn't quite comfortable yet. They're just a little excited here. They're got that early lead, but they gotta make sure they calm down and get those clean initiations, and
yes.
They don't want to rush those. They could have gotten a good kill on Lucian there.
Excited is exactly how I would have described Vi's play right now. 1 in 3 with the death to the jungle. That's a rough start, but he also has done a very good job of setting some pace all around the map. He's been all over the place. I don't know if you've seen a gank in mid lane yet, but he did have that level 2 gank down bot, which gave a flash, took a flash over from downhill, and then also sent him back and gave control of the lane to his team. So that was a nice play by him. But other than that, it's been a little aggressive.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Grogs is going to be doing here in the late game. His focus is mainly on top lane. Got a Cloud of Clash in the junglers here. Blue Dream's gonna get some damage on the Thirst, but he's just gonna Vault Breaker away.
Yep, and at the same time, we've got a nice little tussle going on the top lane. Hazel is dictating that pace again. Renekton's starting to get bullied around.
Salt and Battery going down on Blue Dream. He's gonna take the Lantern and get away. But that is 2 ults burned from X Carbonic. If there's any time to fight for TCG bot lane, that'd be now. All except Lucian's pretty low. Both teams trying to get that dragon control as it's going to be up in 13 seconds.
Yeah, if we can look at what Renekton started with, he got the Negatron cloak for magic resist. It's an interesting rush.
It's an excellent buy actually because many of Shyvana's abilities are actually magic damage, and so powerful that she combines physical and magic. Looks like we have X Carbonic going for the dragon here. There's no ward coverage, but Gragas is going to know.
Yep, Gragas knows, and there's Shyvana already pretty much at dragon, ready for the fight.
On the Yasuo here, but the intervention right on the Yasuo ultimate, they're going to Gragas is going to chase him down as the fight is going to continue to break out down.
Yeah, TCG looks to take control of this dragon here. They're going to take out Vision.
Yasuo's in a bad place right now. He's just going to try and back off, but he's going to be taken down by the Worm God. That was an excellent intervention on that last breath. 0 damage went on to Gragas there. Hook's going to land onto the Domo Nation. Flay's going, Vi's coming on the back. She does not get the smite, and she's now in a very bad place. Going to have to flash away.
Yep, and there we go. TCG closes the gap again. And I'd like to point out that Hazel really did start moving down. That rotation to Dragon put him in a good spot, and that communication to lay the Kale intervention onto Gragas with the Yasuo ultimate really did just set up the fight perfectly to go in their favor, because Yasuo really is doing a lot of their damage right now. He's the most heaviest farmed, I guess, at 114. He's got a kill, he's got an assist. He does a lot of damage right now, and he's got that static shiv, which is really kind of a power spike for him. They shut him down. Hazel is going to run away, but the Lantern from Calvini is going to take him.
So yeah, it looks like both teams are going to be satisfied with trading towers. TCG taking... Oh, we got more fights going down here. This time trying to take on the Thirst, and the Gragas Kale damage is just a lot.
Yeah, and the Thirst, again, he tried to... what is that, Vault Breaker?
Yes.
He tried to Vault Break over the wall, and that was a failed Q. A little bit of style points, though. Looked good. Yeah, Gragas going hard on Yasuo.
Got a lots of ults going down in the mid lane, but the Gragas explosive cast and the intervention is gonna be more than enough to take down Yasuo. Kale being a very excellent counter pick to Yasuo. definitely showing it right now. You can definitely tell that TCG is having most of their focus on this jungle thirst. You know, 2 bans out, the 3 bans out against him, and lots of wards in his jungle, just try and disrupt him as much as possible.
Yeah. So maybe that's part of their game plan then, saying, hey, let's try to put him on an uncomfortable champ, and let's put him in situations where we can take advantage of his playing, his aggressive play style.
Looks like
they're thinking about that blue buff.
Thinking about it. They got it warded, but doesn't look like they're ready to take it just yet. All right, looks like we're at more of a standstill point in the game. We got some big items starting to come out now. Shyvana's got that Blade of the Ruin King, and Renekton has finished that Spirit Visage. Lots of things going down in the mid lane. Looks like X-Scar really wants his mid tower, but they're going to have to back off as TCG is starting to collapse onto it. Lots of poke coming out from X Carbonic.
Yeah, I think X Carbonic's going to get this tower on the next wave here. If they can. We've got Devilish swinging around. He's in nice position. Gragas and Downhill not at the fight yet. So if they could get to this tower before everyone else is there, they do have the advantage.
You're going to Dragon form into the fight, but he's by himself right now. He has to flash away. Here comes Devilish from the backline. He's going to take down Hazel. Downhill from the side, he's going to shoot down Vi. There's a big fight at the tower. The tower is not down yet, so there's a lot of free damage. Intervention comes out on the Downhill, but he's going to pay for it. And here they... Oh, man.
That's a triple kill. That's a quadra kill.
That is crazy.
Ouch. Yep, that's a Roxa. That's a severe unchecked. No one really got to him. No one truly got to him. Shyvana tried to get to him with the Dragon form, Dragon's Descent, but he was able to really just back out of that one, had excellent peeling out of his team. And once they took down Shyvana, no one truly got to him.
Yeah, it really looked like to be a big case of out-positioning here by X Carbonic. They had Devilish in the backline, and Gragas and Lucian weren't at the fight yet, so they weren't able to just be in the right position for the and go for the Sivir and go for the peels.
I also like the ward coverage coming out for X Carbonic. They knew that Downhill wasn't at the fight, and they knew when he was going to arrive at the fight, and he wasn't there in time to do the damage necessary to try and make that fight go a little bit better for them.
Yeah, they really put the pressure onto him. They really started pushing that tower, and TCG just really had to engage immediately, which is where that Dragon's Descent came from. Unfortunately, it was just way too early, and they couldn't really follow up on that. So Flash burned and ult burned, so not much coming out of Hazel. Alright, so it looks like both the jungler and mid laner for TCG are building Zhonya's next. Really going to try and capitalize on those defensive items and really negate the whole hard engage that X Carbonic has.
Yeah, and why not build Zhonya's Hourglass here? Perfect stats, armor, ability, power, and then 2 seconds of safety versus high damage team, high AD damage team.
He's go for his tower, but he's just gonna straight up take it. Doesn't care about minions or this Renekton.
Yeah,
he might want to though. He's gonna have the Dragon's Descent away from that.
That's some confident play out of Shyvana.
Regardless, have the tower down for TCG, and X Carbonic's gonna try and push the bot lane tower.
Yep. You got some people. Yeah, you've got a top lane there. Hopefully Renekton can try and make some type of push here in top lane, take down those towers. Because Shyvana is heading down. They're rotating in bot lane. They know that Dragon is live, and I don't see this fight turning out well for X Carbonic, to be honest.
It is a 4v5. They do not want to fight this. Sivir has to on the hunt away, actually, just to survive. And this might be a traded tower for Dragon here if Renekton can take that down.
Yeah, I see a Thirst. I bet. Oh, good. He does not go in for that one. There's
Yeah,
Renekton trying to farm up top lane.
that tower up there is pretty healthy. I don't think he's gonna take it down too fast. So that was an excellent rotation by TCG.
Oh yeah, there he goes. He's gonna back. Go ahead and back and let that tower stay up.
Yeah. Carbonic is very smart though about these pushes. They know they have a big advantage here. I mean, if you just look at the 80 carry items in particular, you have Sivir with that Bloodthirster and that pickaxe, and then Lucian only has a Phage as his best item right now.
Yeah, Lucian's definitely behind. Basically, if they can play Protect the Severe, they're in a good spot. And Protect the Severe and Yasuo, if they can get any catch at all, I think they're in an excellent spot. And get catches, they will with Leona and Vi. So I'd like to see some more aggressive plays, maybe some aggressive warding. They only have one red sweeper on their team right now, where there's 5 yellow wards on TCG. So maybe if they can get some vision advantage, they can try and pull off some fancy picks.
Yeah, working a lot with stats at Leaguepedia and looking at the LCS, I can definitely tell you that the team with the most sweeper wards are the one who's normally ahead and the one who normally wins the
Right.
game. So, I mean, the Assault and Battery hits him, but Rising goes over the edge. That was a very interesting. Hazel, he's going to take down Devilish, but he might.
Oh, the 2v1 and picks up 1 kill.
That was crazy. He assaulted Battery through from the other side of the wall.
Yeah, and it didn't exactly take him over the wall.
Zemnar's there to help him out. He's an intervention really early there. They're both going to back off.
Yeah. In bot lane, there's a lot of pressure going on, but there's Leona and Gragas.
The hook hits on Denomination, hits the flash over the wall. Lucian flashes over as well, as does Thresh. The Solar Flare is going to hit on the downhill.
Oh, wow.
Here comes Bluefin also using his flash. His cast is not going to hit Leona. Leona just baiting so well right there. Oh, that's 3 kills to turn around.
Wow, that's quite the outplay out of Carbonic. And that was a beautiful Solar Flare out of Leona as well to stop both Thresh and Lucian in their tracks. They've got to be super frustrated right now.
That Leona, that was crazy moves there. Just baiting the whole team, blowing 3 flashes, and then they just had nowhere to go when they re-engaged.
I foresee a Respect Leona ban. That's what I would do. Got to give the best Leona UO some credit. This guy's crazy.
He's crazy.
Off the charts. Let's see. So, Carbonic is about 5,000 gold ahead, or 4,000 if I can do math correctly. About 4,000 gold ahead. But really, the gold is definitely where it matters, and it's on the mid lane and on the AD carry. And the AD carry is just huge right now. And you could see the huge chunks of damage that came out on the Gragas that I was trying to chase. But in about 500 gold for Gragas and in about 2,000 gold for Kale, they will have their hourglasses completed, which is going to be a huge power spike for them.
Yeah, I think the problem right now with TCG is that they think they're more behind than they actually are. So they're getting very desperate to try and get these singular kills and just trying to, secure these kills when they really should just, back off, take the summoner spells that they just burned, and don't chase so much. You just gotta stay with the team fight, because by doing that, you're just gonna get caught out and you're gonna just die and get even further behind than you really think you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's Leona and Severe trying to rotate to mid lane here, get a nice push on. They are winning the tower game as well, 4 towers to just 2 of them, so they do have some of that global map control. I like that Renekton. It's just he likes to stay up on top lane on his island and basically not touch that turret. He really hasn't too far. Gragas might be caught out here.
He's gonna hit, but he's gonna solar flare. Explosive cast has to blow out. Here comes the Dragons instead of trying to disperse the team, and intervention goes out onto Gragas. With a 3-man last breath, CLG blows the Zonius just in time, flashes away, but here comes Devilish. And that was an excellent engage, an excellent follow-up. Downhill's going to go down too.
It's a clean ace.
Triple kill.
Oh, there's the Thirst went down. That's an ace. That's a 5 for 1.
and towers, possibly more coming.
Yeah, I apologize to all the viewers right now. I know it does look like you're watching a nice League of Legends PowerPoint. It's like, hey, it's ridiculously laggy right now, but I'm going to try and fix that over the break here, break between the two games, as Carbonic goes for Baron. Look how easily they just take that down.
That is a Baron down for Carbonic. They're going to take that one just quite easily.
Mm-hmm. Now they've extended their gold lead to about 10,000 gold, and that's definitely a scary point now. Gragas was caught out earlier. Like I said, like I was trying to allude to earlier, I think Gragas jungle is super strong with money. But if the income isn't there, and he has had income, he's got 2 kills and 3 assists, but the income on Severe and Yasuo is much bigger, so he can't really compete with them, and kind of that squishiness is really showing up here. It's becoming apparent.
Yeah, looks like Carbonic's building very smartly here. Just about everybody's building some magic resist items there. 2 Spirit Visages and a Malavnon Mortius on Yasuo. Yeah, it's going to be an easy dragging for Carbonic. They're just taking control of this map right now. TCG just can't respond right now.
Yeah. I just want to see another good team fight here. I'd like to see some Vi going hard, the Thirst again. He's kind of doing the daring play style of the feed to win. He's got 6 deaths right now, but I'd say a good half of those were excellent, all for the sake of the team. Blue Dream Fiending and Calvini in trouble. They could be caught out here.
Hiding. Blue Dream's going to get caught out. The Zenith Blade's going to hit. He's going to go down pretty fast. Explosive Crash. Oh! Assault and Battery catches him mid-Dark Passage.
Beautiful, beautiful play out of Vi and Leona, the Solar Flare as well. But they do have to be careful here.
Blue Dragon's Descent. Siobhan is actually going to take down Yasuo, but they're going to dive down this. They're just way too tanky.
Yeah, they're way too strong right now. On the Hunt is going to allow them to propel themselves past the turret here. TCG has got to be scared here, thinking perhaps about a surrender.
So the mid inhibitor's going to go down unless Hazel's got some big Shyvana plays like to show off. Hook's going to land on the Domination, but they're just going to take this tower down easily. Hazel's in the back, but he's way too caught out. Phoenix Blade's going to hit, and that is just a free kill. This mid inhibitor's probably going to go down.
Yeah, I definitely see that one going down as well. There's really no one in a position that can challenge Carbonic right now. Even that Q, that barrel roll out of Gragas, is easily regened up just through Baron health regen itself. Yeah, this game's looking mighty scary for TCG right now.
Yeah, they are down 13k gold right now, and they really need some big throws from Carbonic if they want to come back and win this game, but I don't know if I see that happening.
Yeah, we don't really see too many throws at this high level of UOLCS competition, which is a good thing, I guess, a good sign. Let's see, I think there are some excellent individual performances this game. I think, interestingly, Devilish in top lane, he lost in farm. He lost in farm early, but look at his score, 4-1 and 8, and you can't ask for much more out of your top laner than that. I mean, he lost his tower early, but he stayed farmed and didn't die a lot, which is basically all you can ask of him. And he allows his team to really put on pressure all across the map here.
Carbonic going to continue to snowball, and they take down a top tower. No response here for TCGs. They're going to have to try and give a last stand their top inhibitor here. There's powering up that Vault Breaker. He's not going to go in.
Yeah, he's going to stay away. They know what they want. It's that top tower right there. Downhill is trying to clear out mid wave, so if they can spot him over clearing the wave in the mid lane, they're going to try and get some serious damage on the turret or initiate a fight.
Yeah, this is some very big differences right now in the 80 carries. As downhill, like he's almost 100 attack damage down from this Heroxa. They've got some excellent wave clear. He's gonna have to pop that
The Coling,
calling
yeah.
the tower alive, but they know he doesn't have that now. X Carbonic just looking very tanky as they're just taking all the poke and just not even shrugging at it.
Yeah, the Baron buff is worn off by now, but they still are super tanky. And look at Severe, of course, fully farmed Bloodthirster. 3 items, 3 full completed items, and he's got some magic resist. So all of those pokes from TCG really doesn't do too much to him. Or he can just lifesteal it right back up.
Yeah, so a lot of stalling going on here. TCG doing a good job of keeping their tower alive. It's still full health.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Oh, there's Zeminar going in hard on Hazel. He's going to be saved by Dragon's Descent. There's a Solar Flare.
Intervention's gonna go on, but it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, X Carbonic just diving down and just taking them all down. Triple kill for Yasuo as he goes down. Not much to it. X Carbonic's just way too far ahead. They're gonna take down this top inhibitor and they're gonna likely push us to finish the game. Here's a surrender.
Yeah, there's the surrender. What do you think was the key to the success for X Carbonic there?
I definitely think it was a lot of the presence of the thirst in this game.
I agree.
He had very huge presence, much more than Blue Dream did. He lots of early ganks on the bot lane, and that got that bot lane rolling. And it's very hard to fall behind when you have Leona in your lane, because that instant engage she has just locks people down. So if you look at that Heroxo, he's 7-0-16. Like that's nothing to scoff at. He's got a lot of damage in the damage chart. He has the most, 24,000, and
oh yeah, he's just absolutely melting people at this point in the game.
all right.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and try and switch my internet to Ethernet here. See
All
if
right.
that helps out with the lag.
I need to get another invite into this. Oh, so I gotta relog. Alright, so we're gonna do some work here, see if we can get this, make this experience better for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if I can switch to Ethernet. That usually helps out a little bit. Trying to see, hopefully my computer might be heating up a little bit here. See if I can cool it down.
Snow looks like it's taking a big toll on you guys. Alright, I'm gonna be right back real fast.
Sounds good.
I am back. I think everything's good for me.
All right, I think we're good to go over here.
All right. So I'm looking forward to see what they might be changing their bans to. Looks like TCG is going to stick with that Wukong ban. They don't want to see that Yasuo Wukong combo.
Mm-hmm.
Same first bans here.
Yeah, I really think Vi might be a viable ban for them. Get it? Yep, there's the Vi ban. Vi going out for the Thirst. I'd also like to see perhaps. I guess if they let them have Leona again, I think that's a scary place to be in.
All right. Looks like they're going to take away that Vi Yasuo combo.
That's a smart choice. That's a very smart choice.
Leave some more to the Thirst here. They're going to open his Elise and his Lee Sin. I wonder if he's going to take advantage of that. Same band's coming out from Carbonic, so they're happy with it. They're going to go with the Elise first pick.
There you go. Elise first pick. I think I've played with Blue Dream Fiending while he's playing on Elise. And he's a pretty good Elise player. Of course, he was on a Smurf, and he's playing with me, and about half the time, the guys I was playing with, there's one guy just trashing on him the whole game and calling him absolute trash. Whereas as a Diamond 1 player, smurfing on like a Gold 2 game is pretty funny. Had no respect for his pedigree.
So it looks like Madoma Nation might be opting for this Thresh here. Which I don't know if he doesn't have the experience or if he just doesn't want to take, they're not worried about that Leona pick. Because that Leona is still wide open for that Calvini.
Yeah, there's the Thresh. So, no more Leona, I guess. I do like the Ziggs pick. I think the Ziggs is super strong right now because of the ability to just clear waves endlessly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great pushing power, and he can just be anywhere without actually being there.
Exactly.
I'm really surprised that they're going to opt for this Thresh over Leona. That Leona had a monster game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. I'll trust their judgment. Of course, Renekton being taken away from Devilish. Smart choice.
Yeah, TCG playing a very smart picking game here. Taking that Sivir away, too.
Yeah, taking the Sivir away. They're taking picks slowly but surely away from Carbonic. Trying to find something that works. Because the last game was a little bit of a waffle stomp.
Yeah, they're making very smart picks here. As you can see, TCG just picked their jungle, their top laner, and their AD carry, whereas Carbonic has picked a support and mid laner. They know exactly what they have already, so they can go around taking away picks from them and just casually pick their support and mid laner when they need to.
Mm-hmm. See, Jinx Thresh lane is super strong. If Thresh can land a hook, and he's going to ride that death sentence to the hooked player, flay him, and Jinx is going to lay down those traps, that could be a dead champion.
That is 2 stolen picks from both sides right now. Renekton and Sivir on one side, and Thresh and Siobhan on the other side.
Yeah, you see perhaps a Karthus pick coming out?
I think he's trolling us.
just trolling us. Cassidy.
The
We
mid lane's
haven't
picking right
seen a
now.
Cassidy win in a while.
Karma being covered over right now. Very good that poke. But I think the Leon is the smart choice here. Especially that Sivir, that's just it's a lot.
Yeah. Interesting. Almost an exact reverse of the game we saw beforehand, where it was X Carbonic on Severe and Leona. Nami also could be a good call.
Calvini looks like he's opting for his comfort pick. Oh no, he's going with Leona.
Okay, he's gonna go with Leona there. So there we go. Now Calvini and Downhill have their chance to try the Leona Severe lane against the what is it gonna be? A Thresh and Jinx, of course. Already mentioned how strong that was. And a comfort pick for Lee Sin. Or
Yeah,
for the Thirst.
I'm kind of surprised that they opted to pick Casson against the Ziggs because Casson pre-6 his clearing power is incredibly low, so Ziggs is just gonna be pushing on him all day, and unless he gets a lot of help with that jungler, he's gonna be falling behind pretty fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. I would not be a fan of that matchup at all. It seems like Ziggs has his bouncing bomb up about every 3 seconds. That's really difficult to deal with as Casson as a melee champion. And people say, hey, why don't you just dodge the bombs? It's going to be hard to try and dodge the bombs if you're trying to CS as well on your tower. So I think Ziggs, look for him to push out lane early, um, and really force Elise to come to lane.
Yeah, this is an exciting matchup. Thirst finally gets his Lee Sin back, and a lot of different picks to see, who can maybe show off who's better at what champion they are at. So keep in mind that Cassie does have this teleport, so he's looking for some big plays around the map.
That's an interesting call. I actually haven't played Castle with teleport before. I know a lot of people swear by it. I know XPK did it um, as a professional player. I think I like Ignite personally in Castle. I like the more of the kill potential. I think he's mobile enough with Flash, his ultimate. Um, but teleport, definitely see a lot of kills happening. Hopefully, you can try and counter some of the Zig's kind of global pressure with that teleport as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see if this is going to make a big impact because these two mid laners are definitely going to have a lot of moving around. Ziggs with that ultimate and casting that teleport. So I think this is the lane to look at for this match.
Yeah, interesting to see how often the junglers are going to be visiting that lane. And I wonder if Calvini and Downhill are going to be ready if the Thirst decides to bring out another level 2 gank down pot. That was quite. It really set the trend. It set the mood of the game last time when the Thirst made a level 2 visit down bottom lane.
Yeah, it's a very psychological game you play there because you immediately put them behind, and then you're getting that mindset that you're behind, and that's never a good place to be. You want to think that you're ahead and that you can make these big moves, and you don't want to be just hiding behind your turret the whole game. Yeah, I mean, it looks to be about the same though with Thirst on that very aggressive, high ganking jungler. At least a lot of ganking potential, but still a little bit more safe in just farming it up and making an impact later.
Yeah, Elise does ridiculous amounts of damage as well. You could see kills going down on Ziggs once Caston hits level 6, or even if Caston is in a good enough position, and at least can catch a cocoon onto Ziggs. Really could see a lot of kills going down in mid lane. And then again, the Thirst, if Caston is forced to play up to try and CS or try to get some experience at least, I could see the Thirst also making his visits to mid lane.
Yeah, Elise is incredibly powerful right now. I mean, in that human form, she's got the neurotoxin, which takes percentage of their max health, and then that venomous bite when she's in her
Spider.
Spider that takes away from how much health you're missing. It's a deadly combo.
That's right. It's kind of a 1-2 punch. A good initiation to the fight, and then a good finish. A nice execution.
Yeah, especially with that cocoon.
So right away, I am into loading screen, which is excellent start. It's a better start than last time.
Sounds good.
So we are in a good place. The stuff is actually showing up.
Looks like it.
Check out the skins here. We do have Pool Party Leona on Calvini and Victorious Elise, of course, on Blue Jean Fiending.
I'm a big fan of that Pool Party skin.
Yeah, she looks good.
I'm waiting for the day they bring out that Pool Party team. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here already. Smith and the Graves, and if they all had Pool Party and were on the same team, that'd be, that'd be perfect.
How long has it been since Graves has been played in competitive play? Have we seen him lately?
Not this split. He used to be played a few times last split. I know, but Double Lift played him once, and I mean, Cutie Pie was a big fan of playing that Graves. Although he's definitely on that Jinx right now, so it's just hard to want to go with that Graves with Lucian out right now. You know,
that's true.
A lot more damage, a lot more mobile, and he's got that far range poke rather than a
Yeah, well, in Graves, like the damage that Graves does with his ultimate is like the least amount of damage that Jinx will do with his ultimate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it just the power doesn't line up like that. Yeah, so if you do want to try and do some of those Graves like things, there are better champions to pull out the same skills. Hopefully, the Thirst will remember to buy his trinket this time.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's a good start for him.
All right, and got both teams rolling out now. I wonder if they're gonna both go for the same defensive start they had last time, or if they're gonna try something ballsy. Well, TCG in the same bush they were last time.
Yeah, TCG. Do we know why they like to go to that bush?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's really good if they're going for this red buff steal, like as they said, excellent way to cut them off. They'll never see them coming. But yeah, TCG is in the same bush that they were, except on the other side. Carbonic is in this tri bush, is the same bush they were in last time as well. Looks like they might be going for an invade this time though. Here they come. I would have liked to see TCG drop a ward in that bush though, just to see them coming, because now they have no idea that their red buff is being stolen.
Yeah, I'm not interested, or I'm interested to see if they could see any of that happening. They're gonna go ahead and move around here. Oh, they're gonna meet.
Here they come.
Boom! Huge fight going down. The Thirst instantly exploded.
Wow, he just disappeared.
Oh
That's
man!
A kill immediately on a downhill. That's a very good play for him.
Oh jeez, that's not the start Carbonic wants. Man, oh man!
I can't stress enough that if you want to go for an invade, you want to be safe and you want to be smart about it. You want to buy wards. I mean, I understand how effective Doran's shields are these days, but at least until your trinket is up, you want to make sure you ward your tracks or ward where you want to go.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because there really were no extraneous wards going on. There's a couple trinket items, but they didn't place anything that allowed them to see out the enemy early on.
All right. Both teams can get the start. They want lots of tussling going around this top lane. Once again, the Shyvana or Renekton, they don't seem to like each other very much.
No, they do not. And there you go. Mid lane is going the way I expected it. Ziggs has an early lead on farm. CLG, the Worm God, not able to have the presence in lane that he did last time, perhaps with Kale.
Engage going down the bot lane. Calvini hits the Zenith Blade immediately after he hits too. Domination has to flash away, but that's an Ignite burned.
Yeah, that's an Ignite burned out of Calvini. So a little bit less kill potential. And Domination does have the Doran's shield. So yeah, it does have the Doran's shield in a couple of those pots. So he's going to be able to heal back up in no time. So a little bit less kill potential out of bot lane.
That's what makes Leona so strong, though. The immediate moment you hit level 2, you can just engage on them.
Yeah.
And if you're soft pushing like they are right now, you'll have that level advantage. They'll still be level 1.
There's
And you can
Devilish.
just pop summoners.
Yeah, Devilish is bullying Hazel in the top lane, but Hazel is still having a good time. He's even with him on CS.
Yeah, it's about the same what we saw last game. You know, early advantage going to. Actually, no, Devilish playing much better. He's always seems to have that early advantage, and Hazel just biding his time.
Yeah, biding his time, waiting.
2 junglers here fighting. Cocoon misses from a Blue Dream, but he's got a lot of damage onto the Thirst. He's gonna flash. Oh, he's gonna slice over. He has to flash away. Haze is gonna flash and get that ignite on him.
Yeah, that's gonna be an instant kill there. Devilish gonna try and take down Haze. Haze got
Cocoon hits on Blue Dream, and he's gonna go for the kill there. Devilish, I don't know if he can get away from this. Flashes over. Oh, repelled just not soon enough.
Barely gonna miss. Ooh, I don't know about Lee Sin there. That was not a smart choice to try and fight Elise there. You're already behind. Elise has Spiderlings in that spider form, which makes it a lot harder for you to hit your Q for the execute. Probably not the best idea by Elise to try and go tussling in her jungle.
Yeah. As a former jungler, I can point out this, that Elise has started with the Doran's Blade. That's 80 health, that's much extra attack damage, and that's a small amount of life steal you get for attacking. Lee Sin, on the other hand, only had a machete or a spirit stone. Mm-hmm. And the one thing to know as a jungler is that when you have a machete or a spirit stone, you're basically fighting with nothing when you're fighting another champion.
Yeah.
It offers you 0 benefit if you're fighting against another champion. It's only against creeps is it effective.
Yeah, against the jungle.
Yeah.
So that's interesting call. If we go Domination, Hiroxo has a little bit of a counter push going on here. Elise coming in for a gank bot lane. Hiding behind the turret.
He's gonna play on Domination. Lee Sin is here too. He's gonna try and help out. Domination's getting pretty low. Calvini also getting low. What's gonna go down? Calvini manages to flash away. Excellent flash. Thirst is now caught out again. He's pretty low. Downhill still has that flash. He's gonna go for it. Another flash from Blue Dream. Hiroxo has to pop that barrier. And the flash.
Yeah, TCG rolling already this game. Downhill, excellent start. 2-0-1. They're going to push the lane here. He's got 6 CS over Jinx. He's going to go ahead and recall and see what he picks up here. It's going to be a scary itemization over Jinx. Yep,
yeah,
BF sword.
I talked about that jungler presence, and the tides have turned this time. 100% kill contribution on Elise, and 3 deaths on the Thirst. That's a lot.
Oh,
Zeminar's going hard here. He has to flash. CLG, the Worm God, manages to flash away from that the minefield, and he's going to survive.
Yeah, smart plays CLG, the Worm God. Zeminar, I really like the aggressive play call. Unable to pick that one up, but I did like the aggressive play call. There's a flash down on Kassadin. But I think Zeminar is going to be wanting that flashback later, to be honest.
Thirst is coming back top again. He's going to safeguard in, but Hazel's just going to slice and dice away. Who's going to hit? Thirst is going to keep going for more. Hazel's not going to take it.
Yeah, Hazel is not scared of anything right now. He still has his ultimate.
Yeah, Thirst is focusing a lot on these ganks right now. But he might want to focus on getting the gold to get back. Hazel is going to pop the ultimate. Devilish is going to drag the sun away. And that's just both open spots right there.
Let's see, Lee Sin, he's going back to his jungle. He's going to try and farm up. He definitely needs to hit 6 here to get some type of potential. Because I know he does have good Lee Sin mechanics. Like, he will be able to kick back people right away. But TCG recognizes that Lee Sin's low, not in good position. They're going to try and make this dragon call.
Domination's going to see this happening, but I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this. Yeah, that's a free dragon.
No one in the area to contest that one. Let's go back to mid lane. Talk about mid lane here for a second. Yeah, Ziggs winning farm like we expect he would be. But I like to see, I think there's going to be a little bit of changing going on here.
Cassin getting near to that 6, and the dragon and first blood assist has definitely been helping Cassin out here. He's really not that far behind. It's about 50 gold behind Ziggs, even with that CS difference.
Alright. Like to see some aggressive moves out of Cassin here to let Ziggs know that he's not going to be taking any of that weak stuff. Yeah, there you just getting poked down by Ziggs again.
Unfortunately, Ziggs has that blue buff while Caston just doesn't have it yet. Elise is doing the other juggle first. Hazel,
Hazel's taking away the red buff.
yeah, Devilish is gonna try and stop him, but I don't know if he can do much. Hazel does not have the ultimate though. He's got to be careful. He's gonna dice through the Baron pit.
Looks like Devilish is going to take away the red buff for himself.
They're just gonna clear that pink ward, but he's still only level 5, and he's gonna run into another pink ward.
There's Caston. He's going to go pick up a blue buff of his own.
They're gonna try and put this pressure on this bot lane tower. As you see Downhill and Calvini are low. Calvini's gonna Zenith Blade on the Thirst, but gonna back away as that death sentence comes out.
Yeah, Domination not able to hit the death sentence onto either one of those champions there. And also, Caston did go over to pick up the blue buff from Elise, but Elise ended up taking that one away accidentally. So, not going to have the mana on Caston in that. Caston wants for mobility and for kill potential.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, something important to note out here is that Devilish is going with a different approach for Shyvana. Rather than maxing that Flame Breath, he's going for that burnout max I mentioned earlier. Going for a lot of AoE instant area damage.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. He's been having a good time in their tussle so far. Most of the time when they've been fighting, it's been relatively even trades. Not too far down in CS.
That doesn't land on the downhill bot. He's gonna pop the box, and wow, a lot of damage coming out of Herox's. The rocket's just gonna be just enough to kill him. Oh, and then the Dark Passage is gonna get him away just in time for the cast and teleport.
Yeah, Caston might be able to pick this one up though with her mobility here. Yeah, Heroxo's dead. See if he can try and give this one to the tower here, or it's gonna be CLG the Worm God taking him down before the tower hits him.
It was unfortunate that Downhill ran into that box. So that's a lot of damage he took, and that just amplified the damage that the Super Mega Death Rocket would put on. So he might have survived if he managed to avoid hitting that box ball, but he really wanted to get that damage onto Heroxo.
I agree.
Excellent kiting by him.
Excellent kiting. There's Caston. He's got 1 kill. That's just about all you need as Caston to start getting rolling. He's got a dragon. He's got income from the dragon. He's got income from assist, and now he just picked up a kill. So he's starting to get in a good spot here. Yeah, there he's going to start fighting Ziggs. Not a good idea, but
Megan Burner Bob's going to miss. Hagelaw pops the flash to see if he can help Zeminar out. Pops his flashes with his turn. Worm God getting baited here a little bit by that Ziggs.
Yeah, Worm God barely escaping with his life because Ziggs missed his ultimate.
It's hard ultimate to hit on a Caston.
That's true. And at point blank range, sometimes you just overestimate what's going on.
Blue Dream coming around the back for bot lane, but changes his mind, decides to go to the lane instead.
Absolutely. Hazel and Devilish.
Solar Flare. He's gonna hit the Zenith Blade. Herox is gonna flash away, but it looks like he's in a bad place right now. Death Sentence lands on the Blue Dream. He's gonna flash and execute him. Downhill's gonna. Oh, the barrier is not enough, and the Ignite's gonna take him down. Thirst is here. Zeminar here to cut Blue Dream off. Q's gonna hit. His flash is down, so he cannot get away from this. They're gonna feed this kill over to Ziggs.
And that's a 1-for-1 kill also in top lane here. As both top laners fought each other, both of them burned Ignite. That's a good fight. And this game is competitive once again. I think there's about there's a several thousand gold lead, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been cut down to about 500.
Yeah. Carbonic definitely coming back and out positioning them and making smart plays.
Yeah, I was skeptical about the Thresh call, but now I'm starting to become a believer. 1-1 and 2. He's led a couple of plays here. The Thirst not really too active in this game thus far. He's got 1 assist, but really I think bot lane is where a lot of the plays are happening.
Oh, Desmond's gonna land on the Calvini. He's gonna get kicked away, and they're just gonna try and knock him down. He's gonna Zenith Blade onto Zeminar, but there's too much poke coming out. But that was an excellent play there from the Zenith Blade and then flash away. Almost got away.
And there we go, 15 seconds more, and there's going to be a dragon here, and Carbonic is in perfect position to take this one down.
Excellent moves, excellent roaming, and
yeah. And there we go. I was just talking about Thresh.
That is going to land on a Hazelaw. Thirst is going to be focused down by Blue Dream. He's going to repel up. Thirst is going to flash away. Dome is really low. Hazelaw is extreme low as well. Q is not going to follow up. Everyone is really low in this fight right now. Oh, Casson is out of mana though, so.
Yeah, that blue buff.
They should not be going. This dragon is very risky right now. They are all very low. Here comes Thirst. He's going to drop down that ward.
Yeah, it's a risky call. Let's see. Dragon fight. Dragon's almost dead. It's about, yep.
They are going to take the dragon. Not trying to go in. Downhill's really low. Solar Flare is going to land on his MNR. Blue Dream's going to have to repel up, but he was in a very bad spot there.
Yeah, they thought they had Ziggs caught out there, but unfortunately, too much damage because Jinx came around. Ziggs is pretty big as well. Got the completed Athene's Holy Grail.
Another tower for Carbonic, you know.
Yep. They're making quite the comeback in this game.
They are. They're making some incredibly smart plays, and they're not like trying to go for large engagements and large fights. They're just going for all of the small little things. A kill here, a kill there, a tower here, a tower there, and that's just all they need to just trickle their way back up.
I agree, and we got some tussling going on top lane. You see that going on. Hazel doesn't have an ultimate for a while, so Devilish is content to try and take him down a little bit because Hazel pushing the lane back, trying to save some pressure off his turret.
Yeah, and what used to be a 3 to 5k gold lead for TCG is now a 2k gold lead for Carbonic.
Yeah. There we go. Part of that gold lead is due to the fact that Ziggs is up by a lot of farm in mid lane. That's to be expected with the Ziggs versus Cass in a matchup.
Yeah, same story in top lane actually. Devilish playing a very aggressive Shyvana, and it's paying off. That burnout was a very good idea to Max because it constantly keeps the wave pushing on him, and he doesn't have the way to respond to it as he's building a almost a more aggressive Renekton than the past. Bluefish is going to get caught out. He's got to repel up. Hazelaw's going to pop the Dominus. Here comes
CLG, the Worm God.
They're going to take down the Thirst. Blue Dream's going to hit by a bouncing bomb. Zeminar's here to back him up. Are they going to keep going for this? Ku's going to hit on a Devilish right in tower range, but...
See if they can put some pressure on the turret here, but certainly not the best fight.
Worm God's got that red buff, so big plays about to happen.
Yeah, the Jinx is all the way in bot lane here, so Rox is just content to farm.
Zeminar's gonna have to pop the Saddle Charge, and he's gonna just go for a last stand here. He might take down the Worm God. He is not.
Not able to take down the Worm God.
It's a shutdown for downhill. He is a lot of gold he needed.
Yeah, we're at a perfectly even game right now. There's some threatening damage on the bot lane turret, but Renekton and Lise are able to respond to that one.
That was not quite able to steal away that wipe. Blue Dream is going for a flash. He's going to force the flash on Hiroxo.
They're going to try and back away here. A couple sloppy plays. A couple overextensions out of Carbonic, and really TCG took advantage of that. I think it's kind of like the game earlier where their aggressive plays, they had aggressive champions, really, which allowed them to take advantage of those plays, but there wasn't any Jinx available for that fight. There wasn't any Thresh available for that fight. And really, Lee Sin's not in the best place right now. Not the biggest Fed on their team. Probably wasn't a good opportunity for him to go fighting. And TCG took advantage of it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of this game for TCG is going to have to rely on the shoulders of Downhill. He's gotten a lot of gold from those kills, and just got to hope he can capitalize that Sivir. A lot of damage output coming out. Because, Shyvana has to blow the dragon instead to get away, as Calvini and Downhill knew exactly where he was.
There's bot lane. There's a nice push going down for Carbonic. They're going to take this turret. Also, CLG, Worm God, is not in a good place to respond. As even though he does have some kills, he does have some power, he's not enough. He's not big enough for a 1v4.
Incredibly smart rotations by this Carbonic team. They see their two top, so they're like, we can just take bot lane right now. They won't be able to respond to this, and they were right. They easily got that bot tower, and they're starting to set up a good vision shot around Dragon, which will be up in about a minute and a half.
I agree. Ooh, Devilish might be spotted out there because of his flame breath. No, looks like Hazel is content to clear the wave.
Here comes Blue Dream. He's going to try and go for something. He's going to throw the cocoon, but he's going to force the flash. Yeah, there's a lot of flashes being popped right now.
Yeah, just the threat of the cocoon and the chain damage coming out of Elise is enough to make a lot of flashes happen. You know, we can see the farm differential between Ziggs and Cassidy is remaining constant. Oh, there's a rock so.
He's like hits, but he's gonna flash away. CLG Wormgod's gonna want to go deep for this. He's gonna get taken down. Here goes Blue Dream. He's gonna execute Heroxo. But now the whole team's gonna turn on to Blue Dream. I don't see him getting out of this.
Nope.
Hits the cocoon. He might buy himself a few more seconds, and the Q's gonna hit.
There we go. There's a gold lead for X Carbonic once again. They've got a little bit of a power play.
They're going to try and chase on his downhill, but downhill's going to pop the barrier. Oh, an excellent flash hook hits him. Dragon's Descent's going to land on a downhill. He's going to pop the barrier and the flash. He might get away from this. Excellent flash. It's an incredibly hard wall to go through.
Yeah, and Domination also showing off some plays there. Beautiful flash, Death Sentence. Unable to take advantage of that one, unfortunately. And they're going to go ahead and try and get this mid tower.
Hazel, Dominus popped already. And he's going to try and go in 4v2 here. Thirst has run away, and Hazel's going to pick that up. Meanwhile, Calvin and Wormgod are going to try and take down Zeminar, and this is an excellent turn for TCG.
Yeah, that's an excellent turnaround. Really, not enough focus. Hazel was able to take down people on X Carbonic to about 1/3 health, but then it really just kind of split them up for Cassidy to walk in and start executing people right away.
And it looks like going for a big move here as TCG is going for a Baron here.
Yeah, very risky. Baron going down.
Thirst is pretty far away, but can they take it down fast enough? Both Heroxo and Devilish are in the area. Hazel is going to try and zone him out. Looks like they're going to take this.
Yeah, that's going to be an uncontested Baron.
A little bit of a miss smite, but they should try and take advantage and take this mid lane tower as they are out of position to defend that. Smart response. Hazel is still really low. He's going to try and go in on Heroxo. He gets a stun off. Flash Rift Walk by Wormgod, and they're going to get a kill on him. Killing spree for Hazel. But they're just
they really want this mid tower.
Death Sentence lands on the Blue Dream. But here comes a Solar Flare. Hits 2 people. Domination is going to get taken down. They get the tower, but Devilish is being chased by Hazel, and
oh boy,
that is 4 for 0.
That tower is not worth it.
No, they really wanted that tower, but they didn't respect the low health TCG there. This game has just turned on its head several times now.
Yeah, perhaps TCG might make the same type of call and send 4 to their death against the mid turret, but I don't see that happening. I think they're going to make a smart call like this Dragon right here and try to push their advantage. Really, they haven't been able to do that. Neither team has been able to push an advantage all game.
Yeah, it's I really like this matchup because I would describe TCG as a very methodical and very slow and systematical team in the way they do things. And then you got X Carbonic here, which is a lot of new players on their roster. So they're very hot. They're very aggressive, and they're very just...
yeah, they're trying to figure out their place.
Exactly. So they have 2 completely different play styles, and you can see them coming in both areas.
And even though there is the 17-8 kill advantage for TCG, it is a 5 tower to 1 tower game. So there is the tower game that is being won by X Carbonic. They do have a lot of global pressure going down, and they still have this mid turret up. And you know why? Check out that Ziggs. You know?
Solar Flare's going to hit on his Rift Walk. That's a lot of damage on his Zeminar. Death Sentence is going to land on the downhill. Here comes the Super Mega Death Rocket. Downhill is being hit by Devilish, but he's going to on the hunt away from that. And TCG is going to try and get away from that. A tower dive at that point is extremely risky. Resonating Strike's gonna miss on the Hazel, but they were really wanting that Ziggs death, but a little too much.
Yeah, not enough. Not able to take that one down. Zig survives. Did have to burn a flash there. Um, Kept the barrier, I guess, or maybe the barrier wasn't up. But it was an excellent counterplay. They're able to prevent that from happening. Now they're going to try and take some of their jungle away.
These are some of the aggressive plays I would like to see TCG make though, because they've got a lead right now, that's for sure. So they gotta try and it's like that. Riftwalk, Q1 to Devilish, a lot of health down. Caster's starting to get big.
Yeah, what do you think about the Archangel staff? That was what he rushed on Kassadin.
It's smart actually, because with that Archangel staff, your tier actually stacks faster than it is when it's by itself.
Yeah.
Devilish is not looking. He's like in the store. He's gonna have to flash away, but he's gonna get taken down. Gotta make sure you're in a safe place when you're going back.
Yeah, he's caught window shopping there.
Aw, too bad. So now it's gonna be a 4v5, and TCG is gonna look to take down this mid tower. Here comes the Slice and Dice and Dominus. He got the stun on Zeminar. Another Cocoon. Excellent CC chain by TCG. And the rest of the team's gonna manage to get away, but that looks gonna be a tower for TCG.
Yeah, and Baron regen is gonna go ahead and keep him healthy here.
Yeah, that was an excellent rotation of stuns there. They got the Renekton's Ruthless Predator immediately into the Cocoon and then immediately into the Zenith Blade. He just had nothing he could do there.
Yeah, and a champion like Ziggs, too, which got caught out, which was killed immediately. Once they're caught out, they're pretty much dead. That W takes a little bit of time to prime, to lay down prime, and to hit the W to try and jump away from everyone. Really don't have a chance. You do have to stay in the back and try to clear waves from the back, and Ziggs is out of position on that fight.
Saber popping on the hunt just to take down that mid tower, but they finally get it. Carbonic might be looking for an invade here. Not going to spot Hazel out. Oh, they are. Oh, he's gonna be able to slice and dice away, smartly using those wolves.
Yeah, this is smart. At first, I thought he missed that one, but then, never question Hazel, ever.
Never question him. So I'm impressed with Carbonic. Despite being down 11 kills and just losing that tower, they're just going immediately on the offensive here and immediately bringing it to him. That's the kind of aggressive playstyle I like from them.
Yeah, I like that, but they seem to be.
Solar Flare comes down. It hits 2 people. Here comes the flashes, and damn, that's a double kill for Hazel. Downhill's going to be trying to fend off Devilish. Triple kill for Renekton. Blue Dream's going to clean up that last kill. And Devilish is going to try to get away from this Kassadin, but excellent team fight for TCG.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the aggressive play calling. I think they're just bleeding a lot of gold right now. Excuse me. Bleeding a lot of gold. When they're making these play calls, because if that Solar Flare, when they're kind of grouped up like that, catches one of them out, the Kassadin comes running in on the hunt, Renekton, Elise, and right now it's just too much damage for them to deal with, and they're constantly giving up these 3 for 0, 2 for 0, those type of trades, and the kill differential, the gold differential is increasing by the minute.
Yeah, very important you don't stack when you're playing against a Leona, because in that case, that Solar Flare landed on 2 people, which allowed a very easy initiation onto them.
Yeah.
And that Renekton just flashed straight into the backline and just started mopping them up. I was really questioning that aggressive start by him by opting to go with the Sunfire rather than a Spirit Visage for the team. But the Sunfire is really paying off for him right now. It's giving him the extra damage he needs.
Yeah. We can look at the itemization out of Lee Sin versus itemization out of Elise. Elise has gone with the Sunfire versus the Hydra. The Hydra for Lee Sin. So Lee Sin's trying to get that farm. He's trying to clear waves fast, but Elise has a little bit more tankiness, and really also has a lot of innate damage too, just by having Sork Boots and then that Execute. So even though Elise is built a little bit tanky, still taking down people, has 5 kills, second most, or I guess third most on the team. Really invaluable with that, even with that build path.
So it looks like both teams are dancing around here in the Dragon Pit area. I don't know if Carbonic can really contest this. They should probably save their ultimates and spells for this Baron. Thirst is going to go and he's going to hit Wormgod back. They're gonna invest a lot in this. Wormgod's gonna have to pop the Zonias. Meanwhile, there's a big fight in the top lane. Cocoon hits on a Domination. Solar Flare is gonna take him down. Wormgod does manage to get away. Devilish is gonna try and run. Feroxo is gonna try and 2v1 this Calvini Hazelall, but it's no chance without his support. Downhill's just running around, and that is another clean fight for TCG, and looks like it's gonna be another clean ace.
Yep. 4 for 0, looking to make it 5 for 0. Downhill's got a couple hits.
Cocoon does land. Blue Dream has been on point with his Cocoons this game, and it's definitely paying off.
Ouch. And the gold lead just grows and grows for TCG, and that's because of these 5 for 0 clean aces. These aren't just little trades they're winning. These are huge, gigantic fights.
TCG, it looks like they're going to try and push down this mid-tier turret. Domination's going to try and go for the Death Sentence. He's going to get a minion. And they're going to go for this Baron.
Yeah, Baron's live right now. Perhaps Carbonic will try and trade a dragon, because I really don't see anything good happening for them at Baron Pit.
Domination, he's going to try and go for a steal here. Can you do it? No, he's not even going to try.
It's unfortunate.
He's just going to go back with a healthy gold lead. They got 14,000 now.
Yeah, look at Casson. 8-1 and 9. Ouch. I bet he's going to pick
smart move. Very, very smart. They were biding their time. They knew that mid game wasn't their strong point, so they just waited it out. And here they are late game, and they're just reaping their what they sow, I guess.
Yeah, reaping the rewards.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good point. They knew they had the late game damage. They knew that if they could get Casson rolling, they'd be in a good place. I think Casson.
I'd really like to see more out of this these games so far is that it's 30 minutes in, and both teams also only have one sweeper, and I really like to see junglers and top laners get those sweeper rewards, because vision is easy to get, but clearing vision is incredibly hard in this current meta.
Let's see, Casson has the teleport up. Now he can effectively split push. Alright, he's going to go ahead and clear the blue buff away, but he can effectively split push. Whereas, while his team fights in mid lane.
TCG is just poking them down, and, I really would have liked to see Carbonic try something there. They may not have gone for full-blown engage, but it's a 4v5 right there, even with that teleport.
Exactly.
Cocoon's going to miss that time. Still trying to siege. Solarflare's going to come out on the hunt and the Intelligent Ascension. He's going to be enough to get on the Zeminar. Calvini's going to 4v1 in the back line, while Devilish is incredibly low. Wormgod is going to manage to get it after he pops that Seraph's Embrace. A lot of damage coming out of Renekton. Blue Dream's going to barely get away. Tower's not enough. Feroxo managed to get the finishing blow onto the Wormgod, but just great positioning from downhill, and they're gonna mop it up. That's a 2 for 4. Meanwhile, Feroxo is gonna try and have to fend off these 3.
Yeah, not exactly the 4 for 0 clean fights they'd had earlier, but a 4 for 2 is good enough for them. Casson finally goes down. That's a huge killing streak. But he's able to pick up a death cap right now, and he already has an hourglass. Casson is pretty dang scary. Not much you can do against that. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and take the dragon here. I don't have a lot of hope for Carbonic, to be honest, in this one.
Yeah, this is an incredible lead. This is now a 16,000 lead, and that's just very hard to come back from.
Exactly. Oh man, taking away the red buff. Red buff goes to Jinx. Jinx is going to go ahead and back here. The itemization between the two AD carries. Try and check out this gold lead. I'll get to that. Yeah, check out the gold lead between the two. About 4,000 more gold on Severe, which is definitely about a full item and a quarter, perhaps, depending on what item you're looking at. But that's a ton more damage coming out of the AD carry out of TCG. And then even on the supports, it's 3,000 more gold, 3,500 more gold on Leona, and that too is another big tanky item because Leona has 20 assists, 20 assists. That's a ton of support damage or support like kill participation coming out of Leona.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's really paying off this time for Downhill. He plays a very high risk, high reward type of gameplay. He really likes to go, for lack of a better term, ham, and just
Yeah.
either gets caught out a lot for it or he just rakes and kills. We got some fights going down here. Hazel's gonna keep it a death sentence. Meanwhile, they're pushing bot lane. He's got to pop the Dominus and the flash. This is gonna be 5 versus 1. Hazel's gonna try and get away from this. He's just so tanky. Another death sentence lands onto him. He's still alive, but they finally get that shutdown. Meanwhile, there's 4 bot pushing down the inhibitor.
I don't know about the shutdown for this.
That's
right here.
A lot that he's on.
Oh, beautiful death sentence on Cassidy.
Oh man, Carbonic might be turning this around. Down is extreme low. He's in a very wrong base right now. Bluefin's got the flash away, but Hiroxo's getting big. That is 4 kills now. As Calvini tries to run away from this. Zap is going to miss, and I think Calvini's going to get away.
Yeah, so see what kind of plays they can make off of this one here. I think they might have to stay around and clear some more waves. But that is a 4-for-1 trade, and that's exactly what Carbonic needs to get back in this one. But still, that lead is still at 15,000 gold.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder if it's worth it. You know, you kill 4 members and you lose 1, but you also lose that bottom inhibitor.
Yeah, which is opening up their base to minions from everywhere, and it doesn't really allow them to. Well, I guess they can try and turtle, but still, with the bottom inhibitor and the mid inhibitor down, those are the inhibitors you want down if you're going to try and make a play on Baron, which is up in about 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, and Domo Nation really making some great death sentences, and just trying to keep his team alive here. Gotta look for some big catches with that, and maybe they do still have a chance. Got both teams just farming up right now, and looks like they're both just trying to push their lanes in preparation. Oh, here comes Hazelaw. He's gonna go on to Zeminar, but he is caught out.
1v4.
This is a 3v. They're gonna take down Hazelaw. Devilish is gonna immediately drag this onto Blue Dream. They're making some poor decisions right here. Blue Dream has to repel away. He's gonna get away though. That's still another kill on Hazelaw.
We'll check out the top lane right now. See if Ziggs can. Yeah, Ziggs is gonna use his bomb to try and clear that wave away.
Downhill spell shield just a second too late. Here comes the Super Mega Death Rocket, and that is gonna not connect. And they're gonna try something here. Zeminar is gonna get solar flared, and he's gonna be taken down by Downhill. Domination is gonna try and flash away. He misses the wall. Calvini, here comes Calvini. Devilish is gonna try and 1v3 them, but I don't think he can do it. He's gonna flash over the wall. Beautiful flash. Downhill's gonna try and flash after him. He's not gonna catch him.
No, not at all. But there's a Thirst going hard in mid lane. See if he can help out Devilish.
Still chasing. Okay. He really wanted that. Baron is up now, so maybe they'd be... Oh, no, they're way too low for this. Hiroxo is going to try and make a chase here. So, Zenith's play does miss. Hiroxo is going to get melted.
Yeah, interesting plays out of both teams there. Jinx, Sivir, chasing all over the map. There's Lee Sin. Trying to perhaps make some plays here. Yeah, he's going to clear that ward in front of the Baron pit.
That Ravenous Hydra getting that Baron aggro, though.
Well played.
Mid is back up for Carbonic, so if they can bide their time a little bit longer, maybe they can get all 3 inhibitors up and get out of their base.
Yeah, get out of their base, but it's still not looking too hot for them. That gold lead is still at 15,000, even though they got a couple catches out. TCG responded with their own. Casson is 10, 3, and 14. I think that we know why.
And they're going to go for it. They see Shyvana's bot lane, and they might go for it. It might be a clean steal unless Thirst has something to say about it.
Thirst?
He's going to get it.
Oh, beautiful.
Coon's going to hit, but he gets the Dark Passage. He's going to get away safely. They need to disengage immediately. Domage's going to get caught out. Here comes the Dragon's Descent. They're going to try and fight this out, but that's 1 down already. They're getting pretty low. Unfortunately, none of them have gone down. And Carbonic's going to see if they can make something out of this. Hazel's in the wrong spot right now. Brooks isn't trying to capitalize. Thirst is taken out. They are also low. Oh, just enough to take down...
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna get Calvini too. That is an ace.
Yeah, that's a 5 for 2, and then we've got two players with tremendous pushing power here. This could be a middle tower and an inhibitor down in mid lane. Let's see what Jinx can do here. Zig is
5 seconds.
Yeah, Jinx can clear waves bot lane all day. I want to see what Ziggs can clear waves bot lane all day. There's an inhibitor down. 10 seconds.
There's quite a reversal going on here.
Yeah.
He takes the Baron and then he managed to turn that fight around.
10 seconds for Elise. See what he can do there. 2 seconds. Roxas, he's going to back out here. Smartly back out. I don't know if he wanted to tussle with Elise there.
No, yeah, you just want to back off, take that win you got, steal some jungle, take that dragon, and just an excellent plays there by Carbonic. TCG just they think they're ahead, but they focused a lot of their gold and a lot of their items onto a lot of their spells onto domination. And that's the first point he's focusing.
Yeah, domination's okay to go down if he can take the rest of his team, keep them alive long enough. If Jinx can stay alive long enough, if Jinx does not get caught in those solar flares, they're in a good position.
Yeah, and suddenly Carbonic is brought down 5Ks, and they're only behind 11 now.
Yeah, Jinx was down by about 4,000, 4,500 gold. Now he's only down by about 2,000, about 1,800.
Yeah,
golds.
Jinx got to go back with 4,000 gold. She bought a Guardian Angel and a BF sword straight up.
There we go. So a lot of power coming out from both sides. And, there becomes a certain point in the game where it's like, both teams are super fed, super big. It's been a long game. Each fight, it doesn't matter what happened earlier in the game. Each fight is its own fight. Things are going to happen how they are going to happen. It doesn't matter that Caston's fed because Jinx is just as big, or, Ziggs is just as well farmed.
So I find it interesting that Leona actually has a Guardian Angel on her right now.
Interesting.
She's going to go for the Solar Flare. Ziggs is going to be able to flash away from that. Smart disengage by the Thirst. Devilish is going to Dragon's Ascendant. Here comes the box and the Super Mega Death Bomb. Devilish is going to be taken down. Calvini is going to have his pop, but Worm God is down. Meanwhile, Hirosa is just shooting away in the back. No one is going for him right now. Here comes Calvini, but that's not going to be enough to take him down. Downhill, and he is way too low. He's going to try to take out Zeminar. He's not going to do it. Guardian Angel's popped, and he is dead. This is incredible. From 16,000 gold, they've managed to...
Oh my goodness.
Rocket just snipes him down.
Hiroxa, man of the match so far. Absolutely insane. And you know what? 30 seconds on death timers right now. Is this a chance to end it?
This is a chance to end it. They could actually turn this game around and win this year.
If they do, I'm going to have to... I don't know. I'm eating my words. I'm eating crow right now. This is absolutely ridiculous.
This is incredible. They made an incredibly smart decision. Calvini was a little too excited there, I guess you could say, and he just immediately went for that instant engage. But Carbonic responded very smartly. They just kicked them away, and that's got him a victory here.
Yeah, speechless. That is absolutely insane. That's the biggest comeback, and the biggest gold deficit was like 15,000 gold. How do you come back from that?
I've never seen it before.
Oh, absolutely insane.
Has some crazy throws and some crazy good plays from Carbonic, and that's just a back and forth game. That was amazing to watch.
Yeah, a man of the match, Hiroxa on Jinx. Excellent kiting, excellent positioning near the end of the match. I think they stepped it up, and people realized, hey, we got to fed Jinx. Let him carry the game. Let's put the game in his hands. And Carbonic goes with a 2-0 sweep of the series.
Yeah, and that was you gotta give some credit to that support player there too. Making sure they stayed alive in that game and getting those clutch death sentences when they needed to.
Yeah, there's some pretty clutch death sentences. There's some pretty clutch plays from everyone. That Mego Inferno Death Rocket was really big at the end of the game there. Was that a no scope? They had no idea where he was?
They had a ward right next to the wall, but it was still pretty much a no scope. He had no idea
that's very impressive. Well played out of both teams.
Very well played, and that's the perfect way to start off this UOLCS split. Two of the best teams in our divisions, and some crazy games.
Yeah, definitely. And next time we stream, there will be better stream quality. I promise you. My my internet is not usually laggy like this. Don't know what's going on. I think it has something to do with how the power shut off earlier. Uh, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and thanks
Yeah,
for playing.
that's a 2-0 for X Carbonic,
Yeah,
taking out the
exactly.
champions.
Yeah, so X Carbonic, team to watch out for, I guess.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in. I'm Yuchin, the Armored Bears fan.
Gavin GG Kronk, right? And yeah, thanks everyone.